No more. No more. No! No! What have you done with Craig? No! Now, if you're thinking, Gus Van Sant made Good Will Hunting, so it can't be bad. He went insane not long after.
Why?
I've often cited Elephant as a truly terrible film, and don't worry, we'll get to that piece of shit one day. And for a while, that was genuinely the worst movie I'd ever seen, until I found this pile of shit by the same asshole. And then I found Pink Flamingos. But hey, this is a thriller, so I guess it's the worst thriller I've ever seen. Just my God. My God! With no story, very few redeeming qualities, amazing talent wasted, awful delivery to a somewhat decent idea, Gerry is a fucking abomination. It was inspired by a real-life incident, but the director chose to not research it properly as he didn't want it to be a complete retelling of theirs. Oh yeah, you mean like how Elephant wasn't a Columbine movie? Yeah?
How?
It was actually Matt Damon who forwarded the story to the director, and there was a script, but it was mostly ignored, but was quite well received. People obviously misconstruing it as art, because if you don't like a boring film, you don't understand art. It was even picked by a cinema in France as the best movie that year. I'll take this shit over that shit. I know I don't even hate episode 2, but that's the kind of anger that this movie brings out of me. Let's just get this over with. To celebrate Halloween, the worst thriller I have ever seen, Gerry. So we open with a car driving to some piano music. This is the movie. A car driving. As piano music plays. Not a single credit is on the screen. Just a car driving. To piano music. Oh, look, it's a plot twist, look, there's another car! And then they have a cut, all the excitement! The movie just keeps us guessing! Look, even they look bored, but just to spice it up, we get a POV shot from the car. Oh, this tension is impeccable.
Oh, Rob, you just don't understand.
Okay, explain it to me.
I mean, just look at all of the beautiful imagery.
It's a fucking desert! Look, it's a desert! That's all this shit has going for itself! The fucking habitat! We spent 4 motherfucking minutes of my life on a road! And then back to their fucking faces! And this goes on for 6 fucking minutes!
But look at the beautiful sunrise! I mean, it's just so gorgeous!
It's 6 fucking minutes of driving! And who the hell is this quiet for this long a car ride as well? I mean, later on, I guess it makes sense for there to be no dialogue, but here, they're just silent for no reason. Oh, but look, they pulled over. Oh, it's about to pick up. No, We'll just stare at the car for a bit longer. Can't get enough of that car. All right, so this is Matt Damon and Casey Affleck, and they both play guys called Gerry. So I'll just call them Matt Damon and Casey Affleck. And then Gus Van Sant's fetish of walking begins. Who the hell is this quiet? Why aren't they talking with each other? It's just weird.
But that cinematography!
It's a bunch of fucking trees! You want that cinematography? I'll show you the exact same fucking cinematography!
Oh, look guys, look. Look at this cinematography. Oh my god, look at this. Give me a fucking Oscar, because we've got fucking trees. You can't compete with this shit. Fuck you, Gus. Look, what's this? Oh my god. It's a fucking tree stump. This is an Oscar-winning tree. Look at this. Look. But trees automatically make for great cinematography if you do smooth panning shots. Look at this fucking talent, ladies and gentlemen. My god, look at this. Fuck you and fuck Gerry. This is fucking amazeballs. And I want the credit I deserve for some of the greatest cinematography ever put on screen right now. Gerry, fuck your mother.
Hey, Gerry, the path.
Oh my god, they can actually talk! Just remember, Rob, there's no chicken rape. There's no chicken rape. There's no chicken rape. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it is really nice, man. Fresh air.
You ready?
Nope.
You know you're in for a ride when Matt Damon having a piss is considered an action scene.
Hiking moms on the trail?
It's just gonna be, it's all tourists up there.
Well, how far's the thing?
I don't know, we're like halfway there.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention. The entire premise is that these two are on a trip somewhere and they basically ditch their car and they go walking and they end up lost and stranded. But they never actually specify where they're going. I mean, on paper, it doesn't sound like such a big deal, but they go out of their way to mention it, and the dialogue is terrible. They just keep saying,
Well, how far's the thing?
Everything's gonna go to the thing. Everything's gonna lead to the same place.
Fuck the thing?
Fuck the thing.
Power on to the thing!
Fuck the thing.
Fuck the thing!
the thing! They're just going to the thing! Why can't you just say we're going to a movie, a concert, a festival, a party? Anything! No one talks this way. Fuck the thing. Screw the thing. We're going to the thing. Forget about the thing. No one acts or talks this way.
Nope.
So they head off, but they decide to have a little race, which I can at least see what they're going for here. Just two guys messing around on a little trip out, so it makes sense, but don't get used to that. And that's literally it. They got here, and now they want to go back. So this entire movie is pointless. The whole setup is, let's go to this thing. They get out of the car, walk for a couple of meters, and yeah, I'm done, let's go home. But don't worry, action is about to pick up, because Matt Damon has a stick!
She thought it was a Y?
Who, the contestant?
Yeah.
Yep. She had every letter except for the L. She had B-A-R-R-E blank I-N-G down the road. And I just,
B-A-R-R-E blank I-N-G down the road.
and all she had was L for barreling down the road. And they were like, do you want to solve the puzzle? Because you have to, when you have one letter left, you have to solve the puzzle. You're not allowed to, because you're only spinning to like drive up your earnings, you know?
This isn't interesting. Look, I get what they're trying to do. It's not important dialogue, it's not exposition, it's normal banter. They're just chilling out. I want the dialogue between the two actors to not cover things for the audience's sake. When Matt and Casey are talking, they're just talking and not pointing out stuff that we're supposed to know. If they're talking about something and we don't know what they're talking about, then that's okay, so long as they know what they're talking about. Do you know what you're talking about? But when the entire movie doesn't even build on these characters, there's no real reason to get invested or care about their downfall into madness. There's nothing. This could probably work if it was found footage, but even then it would need some serious tweaking.
But Rob, look at the beautiful scenery. It's an epic scale of true wonder. It's so beautiful and just shows that you can really just get lost in all of this bewilderment.
It's an epic scale of shit, but have some boring shots of clouds too. What good is the scenery if the story wipes my asshole?
I hate you.
Damn it, they had a funny line. So Casey, you know I was nominated for an Oscar for a much better movie? My life's come down to this.
I was trading with like 12 cities. And I had a really good army. But the river had just flooded. And it flooded out like 4 of my docks, and I couldn't import the marble to rebuild the sanctuary, and Demeter got really pissed off, and so she made my fields infertile.
They are literally talking about nothing! I know it's meant to be normal everyday to-day conversations, but you can at least make it interesting! About something! It doesn't have to be exposition! Get us to know the characters, get us to like them, give us something about their personal lives. Frozen actually did this really well! Fuck this film! And then on to more walking. Fucking move on! And I hope you enjoy this shot of Affleck walking because you're gonna be seeing a lot of it.
Hey.
Hey.
You see anything?
Like a plot? So they decide to split up, and if they can't find their way, to return to a ravine meeting spot. Lovely. And there is a pretty nice shot of him high up on the cliff, but that's all this movie has going for itself. The scenery. The film relies on nature for it to be a good movie. Well, in that case, Blair Witch 2 is a fucking masterpiece! Look at those trees! Yes, we get it. Lovely, wonderful countryside. Do something! Then they get separated. Wonderful. But then immediately find each other again. Oh, I was worried there for a second. We almost had a conflict.
What?
You're supposed to go on a high hill scout about, man. You're on a rock in a canyon.
I did.
Yeah, did you see anything?
No, did you?
No.
Nor did the fucking audience.
What are you doing on the rock?
Looking for you.
Why didn't you just go to the spot?
I did. You weren't there.
I've been there. I'm just sitting there.
Dude, that's not the spot. The spot is like a half of a mile that way. I was at the spot. I was waiting for you forever. I was yelling your name.
They are literally arguing over the meeting spot and whose fault it was.
All right, my fault. Well, if you'd assumed that, then you should have gone to the top of my mountain, because the whole plan was if one guy finds something, then you go to his mountain. So if I wasn't here...
No, I know the plan, but I saw you coming down off your mountain.
For the love of fuck, move on, do something, go back to walking, just, I don't care, for the love of Jesus, do something. And then, this scene begins. This fucking scene. Affleck is stuck atop this rock and Damon has to figure out how to get him down safely. How he even got up there in the first place is beyond me.
All right.
And guess how long this shot lasts? Have a guess in the comments, because I'm going to include the entire damn thing sped up. So while it does this, try to have a guess. All it is us watching them stare at each other and not talk for a while. Then he wants to jump, then he doesn't. They continue to blame each other for the mix-up, they go back and forth. Damon clears some rocks for the landing, but he has to go and get some more dirt to soften it. And that's all it is. This is the fucking easiest film to write and edit. My God! This is easily the single laziest movie I have ever seen in my entire goddamn life. And if you're wondering at home, the final time, uncut, unedited, the entire duration of this shot of doing nothing a bit but him standing up the rock like a bellend is 7 minutes and 13 seconds. 7 minutes and 13 seconds of nothing. And even then, it just cuts to a close-up, so the scene's still going on. This is like what YouTubers do as a joke to pad out time for extra ad revenue. This is a joke.
And that's a good angle, right?
Oh, there's no good angles in this film.
I mean, I'm not done yet, but I mean...
Oh, of course you're not. And just when you think the close-up might end it...
What?
Here, I'll get more. I'll get more.
Oh, are you kidding me? And then finally he jumps onto some CGI sand. Well, that was pointless. Time for more walking. Anything!
Why not?
So they start to discuss searching for water or going to the high ground. I wish I gave a shit. The improvised conversations are so boring.
We don't know how far the water is, though, you know, and I don't think we should totally abandon out of the higher ground idea, because I think it was a good idea, and that was like a Rolling Hill Scout about it. And if we go on a mountain like crow's nesting, like that mountain over there.
Yeah, but we know where the water is now.
Damon makes a good valid point, and his comeback is, yeah, but the water. This movie sucks.
Then we follow them, they lead us right to the water, and we just drink our faces out. Or else they go to the mating grounds.
Your parents should have mated! Now fucking do something! So they walk through the set of A New Hope, which I'd rather be watching, before this shot. And again, guess the length. Guess the damn length! This is a close-up shot of them walking. No dialogue, nothing. Bobbing up and down, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la for no reason. I mean, at least now they're starting to grow tired, fed up, and slightly hallucinogenic, so I can kind of understand the silence. But when it's just walking, and has been just walking for the entire movie up to this point, and it lasts 3 minutes and 30 seconds, yeah, expect me to be a little pissed off, and they even leave the fucking shot, and it still carries on. But if you thought that that shot was boring, you're wrong, because there's some great action involved, like Matt Damon wiping his face. Oh, how exciting! You know, I like that one scene with the mountains and the tedious walking. You know, I used to say Elephant had a reason for its long takes of mindless walking and this didn't, but I take that back. With all sincerity, look, I understand what they were trying to go for, but it's just delivered so poorly. There's loads of shots of the scenery and it's supposed to signify that it's the unknown. In comparison, we are so small. We have no idea what's out there and you can get lost so easily. And one of them turns insane at the end. It's supposed to be a slow shift into madness.
Oh, I'm so glad you're coming around. You're finally beginning to understand it.
But they never develop on it. These characters aren't even characters, so how can I become invested? They never talk, and when they do, we never learn anything about either of them, except that they're like fucking exercising their leg muscles.
Stop crying, man.
So they have an argument and Casey storms off frustrated. I would too. Now do something! Fight! Argue some more! Have a race! Play hopscotch! Have sex! I don't know, anything! Ryan Reynolds did more in a box with just a phone! But hey, forget walking, let's have a black screen with nothing happening. This is the laziest film in existence, I swear to God! But at least there's no chicken rape.
Fuck you.
So they continue to wander until believing they're near a highway. How did they even end up this lost to begin with? I mean, they barely left the area where the car was and didn't walk that far. Oh well, they argue over which direction to go before they start to try to remember the car route because Gus Van Sant wants you to notice his direction. And again, this could be a really cool scene. They start to flash back to the car ride and remember it all. The acting is actually the best part of the film, but I just don't care about these characters, so it continues to fall flat. A dinosaur could appear and eat them both and I wouldn't give a shit or question it. So they wander some more, the music tries to get us to sympathize, but we don't. How is it 2 hours of just two guys and we still know nothing about them? sorry for them yet? Gus Van Sant is very proud of that keyboard. And this scene never ends. It's just some piano music, their faces looking incredibly bored and depressed in the scenery. The movie is so fucking pretentious, it makes me sick. It's not art, it's camel shit. Yes, the scenery looks gorgeous. Your movie does not. And that whole thing lasts 8 minutes, and then we linger on a fucking cloud. A cloud!
Come on, let's go.
We may as well just sit here.
Can't exactly tell a compelling story or have anything interesting happen between us, no. Although this is a cool shot of someone in the distance who they don't spot, but it turns out to be a mirage. Casey also believes he found water and knows exactly where the car is.
Joke.
But it's never touched upon again or acknowledged, so I can only imagine he's hallucinating? The movie never even makes it clear. I don't know, this film sucks.
I don't know.
But now is where the movie really throws us a curveball and changes it up by... walking in the dark! And still walking in the dark. At night. Very slowly. Oh, do something! But look, a wide shot of more fucking walking! But do you know the one thing more exciting than walking? Sleeping! And we get this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes! Before possibly the worst ending to a movie I have ever seen. Matt Damon slowly crawls over and casually strangles Affleck to death just because. I don't know, maybe he didn't like the killer inside me. He then rolls back over, goes to sleep, eventually climbs back up, heads to this road, hitchhikes and acts like nothing happened. Hold on. Okay, so it's supposed to be this slow decline into madness, but where? When? We never see either of them really show signs of insanity outside of a couple hallucinations. Damon strangles him and it's right the hell out of nowhere. Furthermore, he doesn't even react to it when he wakes up, which could have been an interesting angle. He just hitchhikes and doesn't even show any remorse, and he still doesn't look insane in the car. There are some nice shots of clouds in fast motion and then some black ones passing by, and he dreams of a car finding him, but that's it. This is some fucking bullshit disguised as art, and I fucking hate it. My God, why did I pitch this idea? Yes, we have had an hour and 40 minutes of the desert. I can assure you we know what it looks like. This movie is a pile of dog shit, and it's even worse than I remember. Dear God, this is bad. So bad. The acting is solid, but it's just 100 minutes of nothing. No characters, no dialogue, no story, no effort, just nothing. And if you don't find it entertaining, you are wrong for not liking boring films. It makes me sick. Pink Flamingos is still worse though, because at least here I can see what they were trying to do, which is at least a cool idea, whereas that just wasn't. But still, Van Sant is out of his fucking mind. Where do I even go from here? After all the challenges I have faced, all the films I've sat through, all the hardships that have come my way. Can I really continue the charade? The Venom Month of Horrors 2. I found the shit.
And cut.
No, just need a few more.
Enough?
No, this is art. We need more shots.
Right, we're doing this for like 40 minutes.
Just a few more.
Barrett's getting bored.
You two just don't understand the true
Mate, we're going.
nature
Come on,
of-
Eric, let's go.
It's
Let's
art!
go.
Where are you going?